Good evening and thanks for watching news at 8 on Times TV with me, Wonder Msisia. First, the headlines. Long distances to COVID-19 vaccination centers, particularly in rural areas, hamper efforts to vaccinate the targeted 11 million people. The Malawi Decent Work Country program has been launched with the aim of addressing decent work deficits in the labor sector. And the 2021 Primary School Leaving Certificate of Education examinations have started on a good note across the country. We have these and other stories. Please do stay with us. Long distances to COVID-19 vaccination centers, particularly in rural areas, is hindering efforts to reach the 60% threshold as recommended by the World Health Organization. Malawi needs to vaccinate at least 11 million people by December 2022. Josephine Chipofia has filed this report read by Feston Maligezo.
The observation has been made by a local non-government organization, Chipunga Center for Youth and Development, which has so far embarked on a massive sensitization drive on the importance of getting vaccinated against COVID-19. Currently, the organization is working in Nkarabe district with technical assistance from Nkarabe district, the office. The organization's deputy executive director, Daniel Mututi, says there is so far a positive response through the initiative, as many people are now making an effort to get vaccinated. However, Mututi says they are equally finding it difficult to reach out to more hard-to-reach areas to spread the COVID-19 vaccination messages due to financial constraints.
The people are coming in large number. The first campaign we did almost 80 people, and for today as of now we are above 100. So that means the work is progressing.
Gladwell Nyoni, a 94-year-old man, encouraged fellow senior citizens in the country to get vaccinated to be protected from COVID-19. Commenting on the matter, Ministry of Health spokesperson Adrian Chikumbe admits that long distance is a challenge for people to access the vaccine, but says the ministry has come up with an initiative to take the vaccine very close to the people.
This way we hope to reach to more people than it is happening now, because in rural areas, facilities are fair apart, and some people are, they don't want to travel those long distances. But when we're taking the vaccine to the people, to them, a lot of people are able to access the vaccine.
As of September 7, 2021, 435,000 people, 997, had been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 in the country.
Government has launched the Malawi Decent Work Country program on Wednesday in Lilongwe, which among others aims at addressing decent work deficits prevailing in the labor sector. Deputy Minister of Labor Vera Kamtukule said the program will assist Malawi to adopt and ratification and application of international labor standards and fundamental principles and rights of employees. Blessings Mpinganjira reports.
Kamtugule disclosed that government has finalized the job creation strategy as one way of improving job and wealth creation among Malawians. She said the technical committee responsible for handling the day-to-day implementations of the program should report to her office on the progress of the program at least once a month.
We are about to launch the job creation strategy, but also the labor market information system. I'm happy to say that it's now up and running. What is remaining now is for us to train our labor officers throughout the country. So once that is done, that is going to be accessible by the public. It is going to provide information on labor market in real time. So I think that's one of the greatest achievements that we have had in the past 3 months as a ministry.
President of the Malawi Congress of Trade Unions, MCTU, Charles Kumchenga, said the program will increase workers' morale, which leads to improved work productivity. Kumchenga called on government to allocate more resources to the industrial court to ensure that cases are no longer delayed.
That they will now take their own steps just to make sure that they are following the labor laws. Because even MCTU, together with the government, will make sure that inspections and monitoring of the procedures are followed.
The Malawi Decent Work Program is modeled on the International Labour Organization. The program is expected to run from 2020 to 2023.
The 2021 Primary School Living Certificate of Education PSLCE examinations have started on a good note in most centers in the capital, Lilongwe. The environment was quiet in all the centers that Times visited. Wezi Gausi has filed this report.
Police presence was also available at examination centers. We established that COVID-19 preventive measures were followed at the centers. All candidates were seen with face masks on. Washing basins were also provided. Learners in some schools have been given a 3-day holiday to allow candidates light the examinations without disturbance. Assistant Deputy Head Teacher from Chesi Primary School, Manoa Kankoma, says 5 of the 219 candidates at her school had not come for the examinations.
We have started very well, and our invigilators were in time. Even the learners themselves are well organized and disciplined.
Maneb supervisor at Mchesi Primary School, Zaula Agathandao, says they were pleased with the progress of the examinations.
All the exams we started well, in the sense that all learners who participated, meaning those who were present, write the exams well, no problems arised. Apart from that, the exams were also enough for each and every learner in the classroom.
Primary school examinations will be administered from September 8 to September 10, 2021.
And a visit to a number of clusters in Mzuzu City showed stricter adherence to COVID-19 preventive measures. As Josephine Chipofia reports, 281,329 learners are expected to sit for the examinations this year. Feston Malegezo narrates.
The 2021 Primary School Living Certificate of Education examinations are underway in the country, scheduled to wind up on Friday. Officials have hailed the start, saying it is on high note. Oscar Kasato Kumwinda, a supervisor at Katoto Primary School cluster, said they started in good time, adding they have hope to finish well.
We have started well. Learners came in large numbers, and even invigilators have come in time.
His counterpart, Linda Luhanga, a supervisor at Kalua Primary School cluster, said they are strict on COVID-19 protocols.
All the COVID-19 measures are being followed. Candidates are in their face masks as well as the invigilators.
Mzuzu City has a total of 18 examination centers. 281,329 candidates are expected to sit for the 2021 Primary School Living Certificate Education examinations, which is lower as compared to 2020, which had 302,985 candidates.
And our reporter Thomas Kachire gives an update on the examinations in Blantyre.
A snap check in some of the schools within Blantyre district show that apart from cases of examination cheating not being recorded, the process started in time with all materials available. For example, at Chichiri and Zingwango primary schools, exams started well with no cases of cheating being recorded so far. At Mbayani 1 primary school in the city, where 927 candidates are sitting for the examination, pupils were asked to wash their hands before entering the examination room and also put on their face masks. Here is Mbayani 1 primary school in Blantyre City. All the preventive measures have been put in place to make sure that candidates who are writing or sitting for primary school living certificate are following before entering into examination room. So everything is intact, and the distance, social distance between each candidate is being followed to make sure that there is no room for the spread of coronavirus amongst the candidates. Kenneth Amidu is a supervisor at Mbayani 1 Primary School.
Here at Mbayani we have started well. Everything is on its place. The COVID preventive measures are being followed and learners are putting on masks.
It is anticipated that, all things equal, the 2021 Primary School Living Certificate of Education in Blantyre will be completed without challenges.
Malawi Bureau of Standards has emphasized the need for small and medium enterprises to produce high-quality goods and services. The emphasis was made during a training the institution held with SMEs and the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Institute in Blantyre. MBS believes producing high-quality products is the right step towards developing the country. Yamika Nikajaje has the details.
Malawi Bureau of Standards Vice Board Chairperson Philip Makumula says the production of high-quality goods and services encourages the Buy Malawi strategy.
In Malawi, sometimes people don't buy goods because they say they are not of quality. And this training is aimed specifically at making sure that the peanut butter or the acha, the yogurt that our colleagues are going to produce is of very good standard, international standard. And that way, Malawians will surely go and buy that. We hope it's going to be cheaper than the imported one.
Small and Medium Enterprises Development Institute South Regional Manager Lucy Limbe says it is important to empower SMEs as a step towards creating job opportunities in the country.
The SMEs, they make it's the engine of the economy. When they come to attend this training, they will know that no, this is where we are going wrong. So they have to rectify that, and in so doing, once they implement what they are taught here, we know that there are going to be more improvements in their businesses. In so doing, their businesses will grow, and as the business grows, they will make sure that they employ other people.
Under the program, MBS also plans to reduce the cost of certification by 50% in order to help those trained.
The Central Region Informal Sector Training Providers Association has assisted Kamuzu Central Hospital by rendering their skills in repairing and maintaining several hospital equipment and infrastructure. The group, whose members were trained by the Technical Education, Vocational and Entrepreneurship Training Authority, says the charity work was also part of the event, marking the launch of the certificate studies in different fields to help in the creation of jobs. More in this report.
Among others, the group is made up of plumbers, builders, mechanical engineers who were trained by TVETA. The group has fixed hospital beds, has sewn theatre garments, painted some infrastructure at the hospital, and carried out other maintenance works. CRISPR chairperson for the Central Region, Bashir Ziada, says assisting the hospital in such a manner was part of the group's action plan. Greenwell Gondo is CRISPR chairperson for Nkodakoda district.
Right now we are doing carpentry here, we are doing tailoring here, we are building here, we are painting here, and we are even doing plumbing works. We are very thankful because the State House has so far pushed us with one step ahead with 1 million cash.
Kamuzu Central Hospital Acting Maintenance Officer Pius Chalamanda says the group has greatly assisted the hospital with the human resource which has been in need.
We as Kamuzu Central Hospital, we are so happy and appreciative of the assistance that these people are rendering to us as Kamuzu Central Hospital.
CRISPR has about 200 members.
You're watching news at 8 on Times Television, TTV, and Times 360 Malawi Facebook page. We'll be back after this short break.
If there's one thing that all soaps do, it's wash. From buckets to basins, bathrooms to streams, and everything in between.
All soaps wash.
Yes, but Protex is different. Its reinvented formula with flaxseed oil boosts your skin's natural anti-germ defenses by 10 times more, protecting you against 99.9% of germs. So what keeps us healthy?
Protex!
Good health starts here.
We all start differently, but we can all start with the strongest protection. Because some start early, others start late. Some from little homes, others from big ones. Some start together, or all on their own.
It doesn't matter how you start, as long as you start strong. With new Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection. Now with fluoride plus arginine for 4 times more strengthening power. So that you can give them the strongest start to their day. Colgate. Start strong, stay strong.
Mona Malawi anzanga. Nkhondo yogonjetsa COVID-19 ndiye wina aliyense. Tili limodzi. Ine ndinasankha kulandira katemera wa COVID-19 atangoyamba kuberekedwa. Chifukwa monga namwino, moyo wanga, umoyo wa odwala amene ndimawasamalira, abale anga, ndi dera langa, ndi zinthu zomwe ndimazika pa mtima panga kwambiri. Katemera wa COVID-19 anditeteza ine ndi ena omwe analandira katemerayo ku chiopsezo choti tingadwale mwakayakaya, kugonekedwa mchipatala, kapena kutaya moyo wathu chifukwa cha COVID-19. Kulandira katemerayo kutithandiza kuthana ndi mliri wa COVID-19 limodzi.
Ziwani zambiri za katemerayo ndi kupanga chisankho cha nzeru. Sankhani katemera, tetezani tsogolo.
Welcome back. You're watching news at 8 on Times Television, TTV, and Times 360 Malawi Facebook page. At least 154,000 children in Malawi have access to quality early childhood development services courtesy of Roger Federer Foundation in partnership with Action Aid Malawi. The two organizations attribute the success story to a 10-year-old comprehensive early childhood development initiative in Malawi running from 2011 to 2021 in 10 districts. Chief Executive Officer for the Roger Federer Foundation, Janine Handel, explains.
When we started this program 11 years ago, there was no rural CBCC which could really provide quality education for children. So what we wanted was to prove the evidence. Quality education is possible, even in the most remote and neglected areas. And I can tell you we have proven that evidence. All these children which went through the last 10 years through quality education in one of our CBCCs have all performed well or even excellent.
And Minister of Gender, Social Welfare and Community Development, Patricia Kaliati, says her ministry will push for more funds allocation to improve the quality of ECDs in this country. Kaliati explains.
From this year, 2021 to 2023-25, you are looking forward to have for all primary schools with ECD services. And this is under the Vision 2063 of Malawi as we are looking into the monitoring into the 2030. And that is also going to help us, especially in the development of our children and also the nutrition program within the ECD programs. We're looking forward to see that we train and mentorship all the caregivers that we need to have quality education. When they're going into the normal curriculum or the education curriculum, we've got to meet the standards.
Mayor of Lilongwe City, Councillor Juliana Kaduya, says she is impressed with progress of several projects in the city. Kaduya said this after touring some of the projects in the city on Wednesday. Emmanuel Simpokorwe has compiled this report read by Blessings Mpinganjira.
Kaduya, who was accompanied by City Council officials, ward councillor and members of parliament for Lilongwe City West, George Zulu, said she is impressed with the progress of the projects. Kaduya says Lilongwe as capital city needs to have a proper road network and structures that bring attraction to investors in tourists.
We are satisfied. I am satisfied with the work which you have seen, standard work, but we will still be coming to monitor what is happening. In short, we are convinced with what is happening.
Joseph Barker of Sajid Consulting Engineering Center who is rehabilitating the Lilongwe City sewage network, says the waste management project will connect houses in Area 47, Area 49 and Area 1 to the main sewage in Kauma.
The benefit of this project actually, it is an environmental project, to reduce the contamination of groundwater. The quantities that it should be executed by this contract, it should be 45 kilometers of main pipeline and 3,000 of house connection.
On his part, Zulu says the project is a clear indication that the president is delivering what he promised during the campaign on infrastructure development. Some of the projects toward include Chipiku Plus Road upgrading, waste management project in Area 47, installation of solar lights along Area 49 via Area 18 interchange, construction of Senti Bridge and the water drainage system in Area 49.
Plan International and Malawi University of Science and Technology have signed a memorandum of understanding to motivate schoolgirls to pursue science subjects. The ceremony took place on Wednesday in Lilongwe. Wezi Gausi has the full story.
Speaking during the ceremony, Master Vice Chancellor Adres Malata says girls need to be encouraged to pursue science subjects. She says it is through this desire that the university established science camps for girls in the country.
And what we'll do with Plan Malawi, Plan International, is to get them support girls from rural Malawi, from different districts, so that they can come to the camp. When they come to the camp, we inspire them about science.
Plan Malawi country representative Fobe Kasonga said through the partnership they will be providing resources to help more girls attend such camps.
We also realize that we don't have a lot of girls that are pursuing science subjects. We recognize that we need to have a focus on boys. But when we look at the field of science, we have very few girls studying sciences. And we learned that MAST actually has these science camps that we've supported but sporadically in the past. This memorandum of understanding gives us an opportunity to institutionalize. One of the things I always say, we as Africans need to learn to build for posterity.
She said a girl child should get better education if the country is to develop.
That item concludes the news, but before we go, the headlines again. Long distances to COVID-19 vaccination centers, particularly in rural areas, hamper efforts to vaccinate the targeted 11 million people. The Malawi Decent Work Country program has been launched with the aim of addressing decent work deficits in the labor sector. And the 2021 Primary School Living Certificate of Education examinations have started on a good note across the country. Remember, you can get more on these and other stories by visiting our website www.times.mw, liking our Facebook page Times 360 Malawi, subscribing to 1895 and following us on Twitter at Times 360 Malawi. Remember to wash your hands regularly, observe social and physical distance, mask up and get vaccinated to prevent COVID-19. Please stay safe. You've been with me, Wonder Msisi. I wish you a lovely evening. Continue watching the rest of the programs. Goodbye.